it's me, Jordan, and today is Monday, and I missed last Monday, and I just want to apologize for missing last Monday, but I was really sick, and I was too sick to make a video, and I'm not going to talk about, like, my sickness. I hope that light doesn't go out, but anyway. I'm not going to talk about my sickness or anything, because that's not what this video is about, but I just want to apologize for missing last week, but every Monday will be Serious Monday, and Serious Monday will be done in a sweatshirt, because I think seriousness should be done in a sweatshirt because I'm comfortable in a sweatshirt. So let's get to today's topic of the video. So today's video is going to be about education. And the reason it's about education is because the Vine Bros did a video on teens react to student lectures teacher? Lectures, like student lectures teacher, I think that's what it was called. But it was the Jeff Bliss video where he gets so fed up in class because all the teacher is doing is giving him packet after packet after packet that he stands up and he basically says, no, I can't do this anymore. If I'm going to be in this class, you really have to teach. Like, not everybody learns through packets. You have to teach the student, and you can't just hand out packets every day and sit there. And if you watch the video, you can see she really looks like she doesn't care, because he's going off and he obviously seems really passionate about his education, which I find rare in a student, because most of us really, let's be honest, most of us don't really want to get up and go to school every day. So to find someone who's really passionate about their education and she's just kind of, yeah, okay, get out of my room, okay, you're wasting my time, okay, 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 was really shocking to me for someone to do that. But basically the teens pretty much all agreed that the education system where it is right now is not where it should be. And I think as a youth, we may not care about our education, and I don't know if the youth will ever get to a point where they're going to care about their education, like, just from the get-go. You kind of have to make the youth care about their education, and that's what Jeff was saying. You have to touch the kids' heart if you really want to teach them. And if you think about any teacher that's ever really taught you anything, it's someone that's touched your heart. So I've never been in the public school system, but I have been in private school, and the teachers that I had, not all of them touched me, but the ones that did, I spent the most time in their class, and I was comfortable. If I was comfortable with the teacher, I could go after school, I could get help. I wasn't afraid to ask questions in class. But if a teacher, all they're doing is handing you packets after packet after packet, then you're not really learning anything. You're just learning to copy information from a book and onto a sheet of paper. And all that's doing is just reproducing information. That's not learning. And because you really don't know the teacher, you're not going to ask any questions. You're not going to come to get help. So if you don't understand, you kind of have to make it on your own. And really, that's not what high school is for. High school should do one of two things: prepare you for life or prepare you for college, whichever option you're going to. And it seems like it's not really doing that. If we're just handing kids packets and having them recopy information, then they're not actually ever learning. Luckily, I never had to go through that. I never had to go through the packet thing at my school. The only time we ever had packets or, busy work was during when the teacher was absent or the teacher had to fill out progress reports. Other than that, we never had packets. It was constant one-on-one teaching. If you don't have good grades, you had to come after school and get help. The teachers encouraged, I can remember, like, the teachers that have taught me well, I can hear them in my head. Like, I hear their phrases, the things they say all the time. And some of my teachers will push you to ask questions because they don't want to leave you confused. They want you to understand everything that they're going through because they want to teach you. And in the video, the Fine Brothers video, which you should go watch, I'll put the link in the description box. I also linked the Jeff Bliss video in the description box. One of the kids was saying that it's a two-way thing where the student has to want to learn and the teacher has to want to teach. I think that the teacher has to want to teach more than the student wants to learn, because the student is being forced to go to school, but you're choosing to become a teacher, so you have to have that passion and that drive to teach that student, because not all of them are going to want to learn. but you have to teach them. So like do it with a passion, because what you do, you have to do it passionately. What one of the teens were saying in the React video was that uh, they're paid so low, then why would they want to teach? Why would they have that passion? But the teachers at my school get paid less than the teachers in public schools, and they have more passion than I've seen in public school teachers. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that public school teachers are less passionate, because I have seen some very passionate public school teachers, and they push to get those students educated. And the teachers that are like that, the students will have a great connection with them. They'll be comfortable with them, and they'll be willing to learn. But that teacher has to have that passion and that drive to learn. I mean, to teach. Oops. Um, I also just think that the education system right now is very messed up, because obviously students aren't learning the way they should, and students aren't being taught what they need to be taught. And I think it could be better. Like the way it is now, it's barely okay. I think the way the education system should be, it should be a lot better. Because okay, let me start over. I'm gonna cut that. I also think that there's a huge problem with the education system. I think that the education system should be a lot better, because it's the way we teach our future. Like our future depends on the education system. And if they're not learning, then who's going to be the leaders of tomorrow? And if you think about it, those should be the highest paid jobs. Like it doesn't make sense that the lowest paying job is someone who's teaching a child, who's teaching them how to read, write, and do math, the things that they need to learn to get through life. It's as if they want them to fail, but it shouldn't be like that, because everyone should at least have the opportunity to succeed. But the way the education system is set up is they're not even giving the students a chance to succeed. I saw this thing, I'm on Tumblr a lot. I saw this thing on Tumblr that said uh, the cure to cancer could be in a child's mind who's not getting the education that they need. And because they're not getting the education that they need, we're never going to get the cure to cancer. We have to educate every child. They have to have the opportunity to become who they need to become. And if they don't get that education, then a key part in our future can be missing, a key leader, because we didn't allow them or afford them that opportunity to get a great education. I know everyone may not think education is super important or the number one priority, but I think education should always be on people's minds, because if you're not educated, you can't get anywhere in life. You need to be educated to get somewhere in life. And I haven't always thought, let's be honest, I haven't always thought, oh, education, like I need education. I need to get my education. I have to get up and go to school and learn and come home and do my homework. Like, it's not something I was excited about, but it was always instilled in me that it was something that it was important to have and to be educated. And sometimes I have conversations with people who haven't had the opportunities that I have had, and I can see the difference. I feel like I've seen people who haven't had the opportunity to be educated and have lost out on opportunities because they don't have the education. So that's what makes me appreciate my education, and I'm happy that I have it. But I feel like everyone else should have the same opportunities that I've had. Um, I've seen some very fortunate people who have more opportunities than I've had, and they always will have more opportunities than I will have. But that's the way life is. But I feel like one opportunity that everyone should have is education. If you have a child who has the potential to be the smartest kid on the planet, the next Einstein, but he doesn't have an education, where is he going to go? Nowhere. But someone who had less potential, who could just be an average everyday Joe Schmo, but had a bunch of opportunities, can get very far in life. So if everyone has that education playing field, then if everyone has an education, then it levels the playing field. and we can all have the opportunities that we need to succeed in life. And maybe there would be less unemployment. Maybe we wouldn't be in a recession right now. I'm not saying that that's 100% accurate, but it's a maybe, it's a possibility. Um, so, long story short, I haven't always been excited about education, and I doubt everybody will always be excited about education, but it is important. And we need to fix our education systems. And if we fix our education systems and maybe start paying teachers a lot more, then it will teach children that education is important. Because a child that's not educated will become an adult that's not educated. And where is an adult that's not educated going to go? I think that's all I have to say for today. But just think about your education and the opportunities that you've had, and remember how important is your education. And think about all the teachers that you had and the teachers that have taught you well, and thank them. And to all my teachers that I've had and have taught me well, which is pretty much all of my teachers, thank you. That's all for today. Goodbye.